Lesson, we're working on our forward roll and we're doing a lot of conditioning drills for it. So we start with our feet on top of the yoga ball, our tush off of the yoga ball, our hands on the bar. We bring our chin to the bar. If you can, also bring a leg up. So chin and a leg and down. And then chin and the other leg and down. And that's the challenge. For some of the kids, it might be too much and just do chin-ups with their feet on the yoga ball. If even that is too much, they can just hold onto the bar and keep their feet on the yoga ball and just balance like an ab conditioning. Over here, for 5 years old and less advanced, use a noodle, and for older and kids who are ready for it, just use a little weight. And what they're going to do is they're going to fold in half. If they're too short, they should use the alligator to stand on. They should not have to jump to the bar. They're going to stay folded in half, and they're going to take the weight and they're going to pass it around their legs 5 times one way and 5 times the other way. Then they're going to put the weight down, hands on the bar, and roll out. Over here on the P-bars, they're going to come in the middle of the bar. So good. And they're going to go to front support, fold all the way in half, put their head on the floor and their weight, Malka. So Malka's in a front support, and then she's going to put her hands on the floor. Good. And then she's going to pick up her head on the floor, and then she's going to go into a tunnel. So she's going to put her feet on the floor and pick up her tushy really high. There you go. Good. Then she's going to put her hands back on the bar like she already did, and she can look at her belly more, and she can try to put her feet on top of the bar and then see if she can roll out. There we go. So you want to have them do it nice and slow like that, even though it's not perfect. We want to make sure they do a tunnel position because we're trying to help them get over their fear. And then over here on the crash mat, we'll be able to do it without a tunnel position, but hopefully they'll do a tunnel and then slowly roll forward. Nice. And then on the trampoline. So over here, first you'll have them do some slow pike to arch so they can put their hands behind them a little more. And then they can go from pike to arch and look up at the ceiling and back to pike. And then to arch, look at the ceiling. And then after they do 3 of those, they can bring their hands closer towards their tush. And they can do some bounces where they just push their tush up. So bounce, Malka, bounce. Bounce, bring your tush up, bounce, bounce. Yeah, just like that. Beautiful. Good. And then, so in the front of the room, we have the beams, and we'll have 2 kids on the high beam, 2 kids on the low beam, and if you need to, 1 kid on the small beam. And every single turn, they're going to rotate in a circle, so they'll keep moving around. They're never going to stay in their spot. So then, Coach Malka, for the first thing you're going to do with them is work on a couple of the basic mount. So put on their butterfly hands on the beam, check that they have nice butterfly hands. Then have them sit down and make a butterfly with their feet. So feet behind you, butterfly, check their butterfly feet. Then push up to knees on the beam, make sure they're nice and solid on the beam with their feet should be flexed. And then they're going to walk their hands forward and make sure they have a nice 90-degree angle between their hips and their legs. They'll do a couple of those rotating. After they did 3 or 4 of those, make sure everyone got a turn on the high beam. Then we're going to just practice going around in a circle. So you're going to go to one side of the beam, and then you're going to straddle half turn. And then you're going to bring your legs together. And then you're going to straddle half turn. And then you're going to bring your legs together. But don't turn. Okay. So that was good because Coach Malka demonstrated the wrong way to do it. So make sure you practice it carefully before you teach it to your class. You need to turn around backwards. You need to straddle and turn. So as you're straddling, you're going to turn. So turn and straddle. Good. And then you need to bring your legs together and freeze. Okay, so there's 1 straddle and turn, then freeze. Another straddle and turn, and then bring your legs together and freeze. And again, straddle and turn, bring your legs together and freeze. Okay, so it'll be fun, and they'll probably be pretty confused, but they're going to do that in a circle going around. So you want to keep going around? Bring your legs together. Straddle, bring your legs together. Good, go to the next beam. You're going to go to the next beam. Straddle and turn. Exactly, you have to start backwards. Bring your legs together. Straddle and turn. Bring your legs together. Good. So they'll do that for a circle. And then last but not least, you'll bring it all together. So Coach Malka is going to start turning backwards. And then she's going to straddle and turn and hold it. Then she's going to put her hands in butterflies. And again, you're going to check that all the kids look good. Then she's going to sit. Then she's going to do butterfly feet. Then she's going to bring her knees up on the beam. And then she's going to walk her hands forward. And that's the entire front of the room for their mount. Hope it works out good.